Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back. I've got a couple things I want to get going here today. The first is I want to start preparing to bring plates to the main base. And in order to do that, I'm going to need to start cutting off the supply of ore from the outside, for one. So I'm going to start by doing that. And my thinking is that for the ores that we still have decent sized resource patches here in the main base, I'll probably just let those go for now until they get mined out. But certainly for iron and steel, we should be bringing in plates instead of bringing in the ore and making it here, since we're already making the plates off-site. And we should do the same for silicon plates. Stone, I think we still need to bring in from outside. All right, so I'm going to turn off iron ore. Well, what am I using the silicon for? I'm using that here. I'm not using it to make plates. Okay, so I'm going to leave the silicon, but I'm going to turn off the request for iron ore so that we can use up what we have left. And then we should also turn off the supply of these other ores. Now the bobmonium and the rubite I haven't even used. So I'll have to get those out of here one way or another. I guess I can just leave them there until I'm ready to use them. But we still have a decent amount of rubite left. Still half of that patch available. The bobmonium patch was pretty large to begin with, and we've got more than we need there as well. So I think we'll just do the stereotype and sapphirite for the main base. Let's see. Yeah, see, we're still just sorting this for iron and copper anyway. So yeah, so we'll just cut all that off, and then when it runs out, we'll update the base to start bringing in plates. And then, like I said, the rubite and the bobmonium we will continue to do here. Now this has stopped because I've got extra silicon ore up there. So let me go fix that. I should probably just put a silo or something up there. Actually, I think the only reason I'm doing this sorting is so I could have the silicon. So maybe rather than just collecting more silicon here, maybe I should turn off the bobmonium as well. And we'll just bring in tin plate. Actually, where's my bobmonium mine? My bobmonium mine is down here, so I could even mine from here and then just run some belts down and put them over here to augment this one. That way it wouldn't go to waste. So yeah, I think I'll do that. But first, let's turn off the supply, which is what I was coming over here to do. It's getting kind of tough to drive around this base. Okay. Yeah, that's already all turned off. I'm still going to keep the silicon ore here so that we can use it for that and the stone. So I'll leave those alone. We'll just stop bringing in iron. All right, and then for the tin, where was I? Here we go. All right. Yeah, we just need to turn off the bobmonium to the main base. All right, so we can cut this here. We can pick all of this up. That's no longer needed. And then I wonder where we could bring down some belts. I think it would have to be down here since things are getting a little crowded. Or we could just leave it. How much do we have here? Bobmonium, yeah, 600K. That's nothing to. It's nothing to sneeze at. All right, let's run a pair of belts down this way. Okay, I've got a lot of yellow belts on me, so I'll just use up some of the yellows. Actually, you know what? We'll just do one. We'll just do one belt. I'll do one red belt. Okay, so we're gonna want to come down like that. All right, let's upgrade all of that. And I don't have too many mining drills with me. There we go. All right. I guess I could run it right here. Oh, between episodes, I set this up to start using the enriched fuel blocks. And I accomplished that by just putting a requester chest here. And then I set splitter priorities. I set the input priority to always take that before it takes the coke pellets. So whenever it's available, it'll get fed in. Otherwise, it'll use the coke pellets. And then over here, what I did is I just connected an overflow valve so that whenever we have more than 80% full on fuel oil, we'll convert it into enriched fuel blocks and use those for power. Okay. Let's see. It's faster if I get on the belt to do this. Can I make it all the way across? Just barely. Right, and then we can just feed this in to our splitter. And that way we'll make that ore available to the rest of the base. At least for as long as it's producing. Oh, those are all Mark 1 mining drills. Let's bring the train over here. I might have some mining drills in the train. I'll see if I got some Mark 2s that I can load up. Here it comes. Okay. I also cleaned up the empty barrel, the incoming empty barrel station. I put a silo and a loader. That cleans that up quite a bit. Okay. I've got 8 of them. Not as many as I would like, but that'll be more than enough for now. I wonder if I can craft some. Yep. I'll pick up the Mark 1s and then I'll craft some Mark 2s. Actually, let's just pick this whole thing up and we'll just clean all this up while we're at it, get them arranged in a better way. All right. Yeah, so we can do 1 there and that'll cover the rest of that area. The regular ones there. There we go. And then we just need some power. All right. Very good. All right. So what I want to work on next is water treatment, wastewater treatment, to be more specific. So I've prepared an area. I think we'll put it down here. Because there's a lot of water close by, which is important. I think we're going to, well, I don't know. Maybe we won't need fresh water, but there's plenty of fresh water available in case it is needed. We also have barrels right there, so we could even get empty barrels using the bot network rather than trains, so that would simplify things a bit as well. All right, so let's head down there. What did I call that? Waste processing. And ultimately, I want to start making mineral sludge, which we can make from stone and slag, so that we can make catalysts for combo sorting, and we can also use that to start crystallizing uranium ore, so that we have some uranium available where we're ready to go with nuclear power. Okay, now here I changed the style of the train station a little bit. I like the way that this looks, but it uses up a lot of extra space. And the space in between the stations are not really big enough to do anything. So I'm just going to start doing like single stations like this. And I'm not sure how many we'll need, but we can stack them up here. We have plenty of room. Okay, so I think what we'll need to do is, first of all, we're going to need to bring in the wastewater. So let's set up a receiver station. And let's see if I can find a receiver station. This is a receiver station, so we can copy that one, because this is going in the direction that we want. Okay, and I'm going to remove that combinator so that we don't start requesting stuff that we don't want. And then I'm going to remove the belts, the loaders, and the splitter. And everything else, oh, and I'll remove that section of track, and everything else is going to be usable. Let me look at my blueprint book. I thought I saved a station or two. No, I didn't. Okay, well, I'm going to save this. I before E, except after C. Yeah, receiving station. All right, so I'm going to save that, and I'm going to add that to my blueprint book. Oh, screenshot, map ping tool, tape measure. Nice. I don't know if maybe that's part of Picker. I've never seen that before. Okay, and then we'll bring in a little bit of power. Oh my God. Stop. Stop. That's not good. Okay, not too much harm done. All right. So the first thing we're going to want to bring in is sulfuric wastewater. So we'll call this one sulfuric in. And let me back up out of the way. Okay, and then I'm going to copy this, removing that. Okay, so we'll have one for sulfuric. We'll have one for, and I think I got to space it out at least this much. Let's see if this signal is going to be in a good spot or not. No, we have to move that signal. There we go. All right, so let me grab that blueprint again. Yeah, right there is fine. Okay, so we're going to have one for sulfuric, and then we're going to have a couple other ones too. Let's see what the other ones are called. I don't remember. Now, the chloric wastewater we're already consuming over here. We're using that to make the sodium hydroxide, right? Let's see. That's going... Yeah, we're using that to make... Yeah, we're just turning that into purified and saline water and using that. So I don't think we need to do anything else with the chloric wastewater. But we do need fluoric and nitric. All right. Oh, and then we can remove these signals there. All right, so that's sulfuric. This will be fluoric. And this will be nitric. Okay. So we add our combinator, hook that up with the green, and then here we're going to request sulfuric wastewater barrels. And we'll do a full train's worth, which is 800. I think I must have connected it wrong. No, I did connect it right. Why is it not sending a request? Let's try this again. Sulfuric. Okay, that connects to the green light. This is sulfuric wastewater barrel, minus 800. That connects to the green light. And then the inventory also connects. Okay, well, I'm puzzled. We should be... Oh! I know why. It's because we need to set the provide threshold, because the default provide threshold is 1,000. So we'll set that to... Actually, let's set the provide threshold to a full train. And we'll set the request to 2 trains. All right. There we go. So that way, when it drops below 800, it'll request another full train's worth. That way, we won't have too many partial trains. Okay. And yeah, we have sulfuric waste water barrels up here. So it'll bring those in. Okay. So let's... I'm going to copy those settings there. Okay, let's connect this and connect this. All right, so this one is going to be fluoric wastewater barrel. Minus 1,600. And this one is going to be nitric. Minus 1,600. Okay, great. Okay, so now we need to set up the other base to start barreling the nitric and fluoric. Yep, that station's doesn't exist anymore. So let's go to refining. And we'll get that set up. Shouldn't take too long. We already have barrels. I will need some barreling pumps. And I wonder if I could... I could probably use the same station for all 3. I mean, I have other stations available, but I have this space problem that I discussed earlier. We could do... I could do something like this. Yeah. Let's do that. One, two, three, 4. All right, and then we can do loaders like that. Okay, so this will be sulfuric. Let's get some power over here. This can be nitric. And this can be fluoric. All right. There we go. All right, now I just need to get the pipes connected. Now where was I bringing in? This is the sulfuric wastewater. Okay, I'm gonna have to get rid of that light. Okay, that's as far as it goes, so we'll just put a pair. All right, and then we pick up this pipeline. Okay. And this is not requesting any empty barrels. And these are empty, so why is that not working? Request threshold. Less than or equal to 200. No station supplying empty barrel. Oh, okay. I guess I'm out of empty barrels. All right, so let's go to the empty barrel station. So that we can request a train full of steel. And we should have steel. Yep. We've got steel plates already. Alright. So I'm going to change this to an LTN station. If I have one. There we go. Where did they go? Oh, down here. Okay. All right. And let's see. How do I want to do this? I guess we should try to ensure that we always have at least a train full of empty barrels available at all times. All right, so let's connect these chests like so. And we'll tell these to run when empty barrels are less than 800. Okay, and then we need to set this up as a requester station. All right, so we're going to limit. You know what? I guess I don't have to keep using 2 of these, do I? All right, so that'll tell us our steel inventory. All right, so we want a single train. And I think that's it. Let me check another requester station. What are we doing here? Oh yeah, we want to set a high provide threshold so that it never provides. And then we'll set this to request steel plates. And we'll do, let's do, I'll do 3,200. That's enough for 4 trains worth of barrels. Okay. And again, nothing is happening. Limited trains, steel plate. We have no steel plate. Did I hook that up to the right thing? Maybe I didn't. Nope. There we go. What the heck is this connected to? The signal? It's connected to the... No. There we go. Okay. Okay. And then we need to change this to empty barrels, steel. Okay, and there's a train coming. Let's go take a look. Awesome. I think this is the first time we're picking up any plates from our casting area, so that's pretty exciting. All right, nice. All right, so I don't think we need to sit and watch this. That should take care of itself. Let's go back to refining. We can watch from radar view. Okay, great. So we'll let that run, and sooner or later we'll get some more. We'll get some barrels available. Okay, now this I'm going to have to. Oh yeah, I need to move this whole thing again because I need to be able to limit the inputs on this. So I need to copy all that. Minus that. That means I'm going to have to move Almost got myself killed there. There we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, I need one space here. There we go. That way I can put limiting conditions on the belts going in. So for example, sulfuric wastewater, I've already got 5,000. Yeah, I think that must have been what my limit was. So we'll just set it to 5,000 of each type. All right. Jeez. Or let's do 4,000. I don't want to fill these things up. All right. So that's sulfuric. Whoops. Oh, I just screwed it up. What's the top one? That's nitric. Okay. Nitric, 4,000. Okay. And then this one is sulfuric. And this one is fluoric. There we go. All right, and that of course means that this is going to have to move again. I'll just do it here. I'm not going to go all the way back down to do that pipe all over. Okay, so now we just need to get the other wastewaters over here. So the top one was, what was that one again? Nitric. All right, so let's find nitric wastewater. I think I probably want to continue to keep the clarifier on these tanks, just to prevent any backups. Nice. Okay. We'll bring that over here. Oh, bummer. Okay. And then we need the fluoric. There we go. And these should probably have pumps on the output. Yeah, I guess we can do that. We can work that in here without too much trouble. Okay, and this one as well. 1, 2, and a pump. Okay. Perfect. And what is our provide threshold on here? So the provide threshold on here should be, let's say, 400. it needs to be less than 800 at least, 800 or less at least. Otherwise, a train will never come here until we need more than half of one. Oh, and the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell this to keep an empty slot. And I'll explain that in just a second. Where is it? Locked slots per wagon. Now, our stack size is 6, but it'll go up to, what, 13, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what's 6 times 13? 60. That's actually quite a lot. So we should probably do, what we have to avoid is that if we allow the train to fill up completely, there could be extra barrels left over on the inserters, and then they'll stay there. And then when the next train comes, it might end up getting barrels of stuff that it doesn't want. So we have to make sure that the train never gets filled up so much that we can't completely empty the inserters. So I'm going to tell it to keep 4 locked slots. That basically means that 4 slots on the train will not be allowed to receive material. Or it'll consider the train car to be full if there are still 4 available. So that should be the most that it can go. And then that way, if there's still some leftover items on the inserters, they'll be able to empty out into the train car and not get stuck on the end of the inserters. That's really the whole purpose of that particular setting. Okay, so let's go back to our waste processing. And I'll just go to one of these input stations, and then we'll set up a passenger station while we're at it. Okay. Yeah, so let me copy this. And in this case, I don't want any of this stuff, because this is just going to be 1, 2, how many spaces is here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Yeah, I guess I need to space it the same amount just so I don't end up with some kind of crazy intersection there. All right, so this will be my passenger stop, which I need circuits for. So let's see if I can get some circuits out of my train. There we go. All right, and then this will be waste processing PAX. And it'll have to go turn around first. Okay, so it looks like we've got a lot of trains picking up or bringing empty barrels, which is good. Okay. Yeah, see here it's coming as soon as there's 400 available, it's coming to pick it up. Even though it needs 800, it's not, or more than 800 perhaps, it's not going to wait for all 800 to be available before it goes. So why don't we change that? Because I think it would be better if... What do we got there? Yeah, we're getting... Yeah, see? I've got sulfuric wastewater in here. Alright, let me get rid of these empty barrels. And I think it might be because of that inserter issue that I mentioned earlier. Okay, now let's go... Let me just go over here real quick so I can get rid of these empty barrels that I picked up. There, yeah, see, I don't have them anymore. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so what we can do is, let's go back to the refining area and we'll set the pickup threshold. Well, except it can't be 800, it's gotta be 800 minus 4 slots in each wagon, which would be 760. So I'll set the request threshold, I'll just set it to 700, let's say, instead of 400. That way it'll wait until it needs closer to a train load before it sends a train to get more. Okay. Alright, so now fluoric wastewater is almost empty. And nitric wastewater is almost empty too. Alright, so that's good. So we're getting rid of the water. Next step is going to be to do something with it. Which is a little trickier. This part was pretty easy. So if we look at our recipes, fluoric, for example. Oh no, let's go back. I'm going to right-click it. All right, so fluoric we can turn into fluorite ore, mineralized water, and purified water. That's all we can do with the fluoric. So we'll just have a couple hydro plants doing that. And then the fluorite ore we can use to make hydrofluoric acid, which we will need for stuff. I think we need that for mining and perhaps some other processes. All right, so that's the only thing that we can do with the fluoric stuff. And then the nitric, it looks like all we can do is make mineralized water and purified water with it. So we'll probably have some output stations here for mineralized... Well, maybe not for mineralized water, but we can use the mineralized water, I think, to... Can I use that for sludge? Okay. Yeah, I can use it to make mineral sludge with crystal slurry. And I can use it to make algae. So we might want to put an algae farm over here. Or at least an output station. Maybe we'll just have an output station for mineralized water. Although, if I bring in my crystals... What can I use crystal slurry for? I can use it to make mineral sludge with mineralized water. Or crystal seedlings. And what are crystal seedlings used for? Alright, it's to make crystal catalysts. Okay, yeah, so I don't know. I think maybe we'll just put the mineralized water in barrels. Anyway, I'll have to give it some thought. I'm not sure what to do with the mineralized water. And then the sulfuric wastewater, obviously we can use to make sulfuric acid, and blue algae. I don't have a use for blue algae right now, but I suppose I will at some point. So blue algae can be used for blue cellulose fiber, which can be used to make ammonia, which can be used to make a bunch of other stuff. And again, this is all stuff that I don't really have a need for yet, but I suppose I will at some point. So for now, I guess bringing the water here is a good first step. And then we'll start to process it, and we'll figure out what to do with all the mineralized water that we're going to get. And we can also use this area to make our sulfuric acid. So thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Appreciate it. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.